You're listening to this episode on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. It would greatly benefit the show.
How about I just introduce the interviews?
I thought we all do that together. That was a really sad crack of a
You're gonna take
crack
two?
of a soda.
No, I would like
what I
you to
mean.
do it in unison, please. We have not started the show yet.
We're supposed to do it 3, 2, 1 on one. Are we doing
Yeah,
it?
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
That was really not in sync.
Yeah.
No, you'll fix it in post, guys.
Because that's what this thing you spend time doing is fixing a pop. Or I keep saying pop. I just mean like cans.
Yeah, because you're Midwestern, so you say pop,
Mm-hmm.
which is great. Welcome to Movie Baiters with the Farx brothers. I'm Kyle.
I'm Kirk.
I'm Nick, I guess.
And Alex.
You don't think you are, Nick?
Sometimes I don't know.
Do any of us know who we are? That's the question.
Actually, if you had to, because people have already heard me ask you guys how you would summarize Mother. How would you summarize Nick Michael? Or no, excuse me, Nick Michael does not exist in this context. How would you summarize Nick Farx? Like in 3 words. I will ask them to summarize Nick Michael in 3 words. Excuse me, Nick Farx.
Yeah, stop getting it wrong.
This is a deep question. Deep.
And we're going to introduce you.
Great.
Now that we've started the show.
No, this is great. Keep going.
I haven't started the timer. In 3 words, brother, how would you describe
Nick?
Kirkland Farx?
Okay.
Actually, Kirk's full name is Kirkland. He's of the Costco riches.
Sure.
Right. That's why we
Is that
upgraded
true, or
2
is that
cameras.
just like the last name Farx? Is that as fake as Farx?
Is
Is your name really Kirkland?
Okay, his name isn't Kirk.
Okay.
Oh,
I suppose.
Let's see if I get it right off the
Yeah.
cuff. Kovu?
Kovu?
No, fudge. That's a
That
kid.
was Kovu.
I don't
From
remember.
Lion King?
That's what I was going to say. I just had a whole conversation about like hot anthropomorphic characters. And Kovu is definitely one of them.
Wait, is Kovu Simba's son?
No, he's Scar's nephew?
I thought it was his kid. Wasn't it? Or is it not? I don't know.
Well, he's definitely in the like
Yeah.
ostracized group. But he's
The
got, like a
outsiders.
sexy like Scar and he's got the hair coiffed that like, falls over.
You know what? I know the lion you're speaking of.
I know, Kovu.
And I literally had a conversation with Mrs. Farx today about that little coif of hair.
Yeah.
How, no offense, you millennial women were marketed to like the skater snowboard guy and that little tuft of hair. Like she
Sure.
and an ex have told me like if you just put that like under snow cap.
Sure.
Like
Sure.
that was a thing that was heinously marketed to. Do you agree with Mrs. Farx? You don't have to.
I see what you're saying. I didn't know that was the origin. I would have I ascribed it more to like rakish characters in TV and animation and stuff. But maybe then it carried over into guys' fashion with the snowboarder skater crowd.
I like the term rake as a noun.
It's so good.
We haven't done the 3 nouns, or any word really, that would
For Nick?
summarize Nick
Nick,
Farx. I've stalled for you. I was going to pivot to, Alex, what are the 3 things that you like to describe yourself as in the creative community of upper Midwest movie makers? But
We're just skipping over Nick and jumping
Yeah,
to
what
myself.
do we keep jumping around?
I'm setting you
Stop
guys up
doing
so
around.
you have different questions.
Oh, I see.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Thank God.
Nick is a cinematographer. That's first word.
Ooh.
Oh, you
That's
don't
a word.
see it?
Lofty. But
You don't see yourself as a cinematographer?
Accept the word your brother gives you. This is an exercise.
Okay, I'll just take it.
In
I'll
love.
sit and take it.
In being seen.
All right. He's crass in a, I think, a great way.
2 C's so far. Give him another C word. I've got
C?
one.
Oh, yeah.
There's another C I can't say. I don't know.
Comrade. What? Oh,
Ah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking at your camera like that.
Yeah.
You just cut into like you just being like
Yeah, you're already
What's
on
a third
camera.
word? And let's see
I
if Nick has 3
can't come up with a third word that starts with C.
comrade was a good word.
My comrade, I'll take yours.
Yeah, because he's kind of a commie. See, commie's a word.
Communist.
You see how he's not. Alex, are you ready to answer the question?
Yeah, well, I got 2 of them, I think.
Whoa, dude. Okay.
Which it's now I'm filled with self-doubt. Artistic, curious. Just John and blank. anxious.
These are descriptions of you.
Yeah. All right, what were you looking for?
No, I'm happy to have it.
That's not what you're looking for.
It fell in the same model as the question of summarize Nick.
Okay.
I meant like roles you might have in the creative community.
Yeah, be more specific then.
I appreciate that.
Understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Actor, creative. Well, see.
Do them alphabetically. You're already fine. Actor, creative, because AC.
Promoter.
Yeah. Wait. Okay. Because you're selling stuff?
Well, because when I find people or things or groups that I like to tell people about it, and not like a MLM sort of way, even though I used to be part of one.
You were in a cult?
Yes.
More
in like a... like Aaron Roberts and Rich Remedios are two coaching teachers that I really, really like. And I have told like so many people about them and like got people to take classes and stuff. Just I'm excited. Like I'm not getting like paid for it or anything, but I just get excited about things that I find interesting and want other people to experience those as well. So, and I feel like, I don't know, working with Joy or other actors that I like, and I just be like, have you met this person? Like they're really cool. Which I'm not to the level of someone named Autumn Lee, who's just like the most connecting person that you'll ever meet. But that's who I aspire to. Someone who just like helps bind people together.
Autumn Lee.
Yes.
Well, to your credit and to yes and what you're saying, you introduced us to an AD who we made a director on the web series, which we'll ask about later in the interview because
got a lot to talk about with her. She's great.
Yes. Ella. Mm-hmm. Hey, Ella. What podcasts are you listening to? Because you're an actual podcast listener.
Oh, I have so many. I actually.
Are you looking at? You're gonna check the phone.
Well, my favorite one currently is "What Went Wrong," which is all about the production of movies and how things went like. Really
how
poorly.
did this go wrong? How did this go? Wait.
What went wrong?
What went?
Right?
I think you're thinking of how this got made or something.
Oh yeah,
that's something else.
It's a different. I'm thinking of a different show. It's not the comedic one. It's like they break it down from a production sort of view or something.
Yeah. What went wrong?
Okay.
See. Got
What
a nice
went wrong?
flaming camera.
Oh
on
yes, that one gets suggested to me a lot.
It's so good.
Okay.
Listen to the Tombstone episodes. It's a two-parter. So good.
Tombstone is a movie that I enjoy. Have you seen it?
Yes, I love it.
Do you like the Wyatt Earp movie that Kevin Costner made instead of Tombstone?
The one that they talk about, the one that they talk about that you haven't heard about. I've never seen that one, so I don't know.
Because there was a movie they were going to get made, but then Kevin Costner was like, "Screw this," and took it.
Yeah, there's this whole like competition thing that was going on while they were trying to make it. Yeah,
that happens a lot.
No one knows about Wyatt Earp, and everyone talks about Tombstone. So, We Can Do Hard Things with Glennon Doyle is great.
Okay.
I mean, I have a very long list of. Yeah. I mean, I don't listen to like all of these all the time, but these are.
Are we in there? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right at the bottom.
Do not fire.
The St. Paul Filmcast.
Hey, Nick, Pilatichuk, not Farx.
I think my other current favorite one is Too Scary Didn't Watch, which is about three friends. One of them loves horror movies, the other two hate it. And so she watches them and then tells the other two the plots. And I love hearing about horrors, but I don't like to watch them. So I've learned so much about the horror genre, and it's made me appreciate a lot more. And so that one's just super fun.
When are you listening to podcasts in your life? Like, what are you doing?
All day, every day.
I'm
literally.
similar,
I wake up and turn on a podcast and go about my day. Because most of my day is spent largely by myself if I'm not if I'm not shooting something. But with my normal job doing real estate photography, I do spend a lot of time driving around. And then sometimes I shoot houses and no one's there, so I'm by myself. And then unless I'm hanging out with people, I just am listening to either podcasts or audiobooks. Sometimes Broadway music. That's kind of my core listening habits.
I should have written this in the pre-notes, but what's a book you've listened to, or as some people might say, read recently?
Yeah.
It's listened, it's not reading.
Fine, you'll remember more of it.
An actor-related one was called Actress of a Certain Age, which is a comedian actor who just got his first starring role. He's 45 or something, called Somebody Somewhere on HBO. Seems like I've not seen it, but
yeah,
really interesting.
His name's Jeff, right?
Yeah, Jeff Hiller.
I think that is correct. I've heard the name because he was nominated for something recently, and I remember that show being on. I think it did 3 seasons on it. It's still called HBO.
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah, it's HBO again.
Oh, and then All the Way to the River by Elizabeth Gilbert, who is just a phenomenal. She wrote Eat, Pray, Love, which I avoided for a really long time because I thought it was going to be like cliche and awkward. But she's such a stunning writer and really insightful, and her books are great. And this was about her partner who was dying of cancer, who relapsed into addiction, and how they like end of life stuff went, and how she realized stuff about herself and her partner, and it's heartbreaking. And then one about Christian nationalism called Star Spangled Jesus. That was really interesting.
You know I'm going to ask about that. I want to talk about your play. But why are you reading the book on Christian nationalism?
Well, I grew up in a pretty conservative Christian evangelical environment, and I think I related to this author of the book a lot because what she talks about growing up with, she didn't realize until later in her life overlaps with Christian nationalism a lot, and how she's like backed up from it and like deconstructed and like relearned a lot of stuff, and that's been a similar path that I've been on. It's just really well written, and something that I would like to like have my parents read, which I don't know, it's just a relatable topic.
Yes, I think it's one of those things that when you if you're a Christian nationalist, you're not a Christian, and if you're in this nation, we don't have a religion, so
Why not? Why aren't they Christians if they're Christian nationalists?
Well, lots of people would argue with that.
Well, if you're a Christian
contradictory?
nationalist, I would say you're not a Christian because you're mixing, it's like putting the Bible with founding documents of a country.
Okay.
That's not, those things are discordant with one another, even as just historical documents, let's say. Could people have been Christians here? I don't know. I know I went too far. We'll talk about the play.
Come on. Go scare the dog.
Everyone's got a censor, okay?
He's like, hey, we can only go so far. No, I think there's just a lot of frustrating overlap with how people who still identify as Christian, but their values aren't aligning with like the core beliefs of Jesus, like with especially the Old Testament, which Jesus is New Testament, but like the Bible is all about like protecting the immigrants, helping the poor and the needy and the widow, and so many people have, in the name of Christianity, have gone so far away from that and think they're being loving, but it's hurting so many people. And so that's kind of the like discordance that's I feel like is happening.
That makes sense, yeah.
A healthy working class. We're all for it. You were just in a play, and I've always, I said this on a different episode that we recorded shortly after the last time you were on. Plays are put on by poor people for poor people. Movies are rich people putting on a story for poor people.
Sure.
Like opera is rich people for rich people.
Yeah.
Although most opera singers don't. It was Lori Rivers who pointed out most opera singers are not wealthy.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate thing with
The arts.
a lot of arts. Yeah, arts in general, but like specifically, like you said, rich people go to operas, and opera singers aren't like A-list celebrities that everyone knows, except for like your.
Shiana? Yeah.
Yeah, like that one person
I
I was
was
going to say
the
that
first
like.
name, you were saying the last name.
Yeah.
So we dovetailed.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't know what's
Andrea Bocelli.
Oh yeah, is
Another
he an opera?
Right.
I
I'm
have
gonna
no
second
idea.
guess
I don't know
myself.
opera people. I don't know.
That's the sync disagrees with us. So tell us, what was the play? How long did it run? How much prep time did you have to get ready?
Yeah.
The objective things that I'll be curious about.
Sure. It's called Low Pay, Don't Pay, which is a Italian translation. Another way it's been titled is Can't Pay, Won't Pay. I think there's like several versions of the title, but basically it was written in the 70s in Italy when inflation was going really high, and so these playwrights wrote about a satirical situation in which people being really fed up with the prices like stole the grocery goods to be like, well, if you're gonna inflate the prices, then we'll just pay what we paid last week and won't pay a penny more. And then like I think it was months or a couple years later, that scenario played out. People actually were stealing from the supermarkets, and then as part of these women were arrested and taken to trial, and then they brought in the playwrights to be held up for liable, saying like they were responsible for this like act happening. It's a very satirical piece, like very melodramatic.
This all happens within the play. This isn't something that happened in reaction to the play.
No, that part I just said is real life.
That happened in real life as reaction. That's the metatextual what happened when this play was put on
Yeah,
in the 70s
that's
in Italy. Wow.
that's the
Okay.
prelogue to the play that Vanessa would read before each performance. That the playwright wanted to be like
Vanessa who?
Vanessa Farx, which
Oh, you only have to do 2 of her names. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm such a terribly visual. Well, I'm like a visual learner, but a very phonetic speller, and I'm quite certain I have some level of dyslexia. So I saw Vanessa's name and thought it was like Morgana, more like the character from like the Arthur stories. And then heard you guys talking, or someone was interviewing her recently. I was like, oh, I've been saying that wrong really the whole time. So we can just go Vanessa MBwTFB. If we can just like
MP, that works.
That's how I was on top
It's
of
like
still
her
life.
magical power. It's like how Pokemon have HP. Am I right? Is it HP?
HP, yeah. Magical
Health
power.
points? Oh,
Health
yeah,
points,
something like that.
and PP. It's power something points. I don't know. There's
Is that
PP,
PP?
yeah. It's
I think you'll get
PP.
some points for your baby. I'm just saying.
great. Okay, Varsha, you're just licking
lick
the
the mic.
microphone. you want to
But-
say stuff?
Just so I put a button on that. Magical powers of Vanessa, who directs both theater and film.
Yes.
So what was your part in the play?
I was playing the character of Margarita. It's a very small play. There's 4 of the like main cast. No, well, that's not true. There were 7 of us who were performing, and all of us were integral to the whole performance. 2 of the lovely characters, Mason and Lahiru are their actors' names, didn't have like as much scripted stuff, but they really like held the glue together in the whole scenes. And then Abby Lowenstein played like 5 characters throughout the play, which is like a meta commentary on. It's like supposed to be funny that she's playing so many characters. Yeah. So I was there's 2 wives who are involved in this like shoplifting scheme that they have. Antonia has stolen stuff from the supermarket. She gets her friend Margarita to help her like hide the stuff, and they do so by like hiding the food under their coats to be like look like they're pregnant, and then chaos ensues. So it has a lot of props. It's a very physical comedy, and a lot of us involved in the production haven't had a lot of chance to exercise our comedy roles, especially to that level of melodrama. So it was a big experiment for a bunch of us. That was kind of the fun part.
How long was rehearsal period?
Boy, I think we had like 5 weeks,
Oh.
which is quite fast. I was told by one of my acting teachers that generally you want to have like an hour per page of the script for rehearsal. And I think our script was around like 90 pages. I might be wrong. It might be less.
So that'd
But
be a lot of weeks.
it would have been a lot of weeks. And we, a lot of spent was time on memorization just because it was very, 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 very wordy play. So
And you have to be word perfect for the jokes to work, I imagine?
a lot of emphasis is on the wordplay for the jokes. If some plays you put on, I learned this a little while ago. If you're like doing a big production, like the playwright, like you're required to be word perfect for a lot of plays. Where film seems like a little bit more flexible with like
definitely.
kind of summarizing. But this wasn't like a huge production.
How much of that is the Midwestern market where people are too afraid that
we sipped like. I think Vanessa said that if this was like a big production where someone was like going to fine us if we weren't like word perfect, you have to submit a page of like every time you like change like a word out or like cut something or change something to the copyright people.
Damn.
I don't know.
Is that a thing? There are fines for?
I don't know the details. I just know that I've heard people say that you have to be word perfect for plays, and Vanessa said she would have to like submit any changes that we made.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. It was interesting.
Yeah.
Actors have to be good at memorizing stuff.
Well, theater actors, I think. Screen actors, they probably don't have to memorize that much. Isn't that the joke that they make it up, they improvise most of the lines anyways?
I don't know how people do it. Like, I think Tom Holland said that he doesn't like to work on his lines until like the morning of or something like that.
Damn, right.
And I feel like I can't be emotionally present unless I have it memorized.
Right, yeah.
And so I don't know how some people don't memorize things. Especially if I have like a monologue. Like, I just don't understand.
Yeah.
I, speaking as sometimes performer, I don't need to know all the words to be emotionally present because it's easier for me to like arc my emotions. of like, well, on this page of dialogue, I feel this direction. And like, yeah, nuance and stuff, but like for me to keep my head straight, just like, and I like to just be like mad, sad, or glad, you know.
Sure.
Don't believe.
Don't forget a frad. That's the other one.
Frag?
A frad. Afraid.
A frad.
If you want mad, sad, glad, a frad is the other one.
Oh. Have you ever been Fred? No?
I just get mad or
Yeah.
sad. Like, how dare you have these emotions? How dare you have these emotions? How long did you guys perform for?
We had 7 performances.
Oh, okay. So 5 weeks for 7 performances.
Yeah, which
And-
I felt like was a really good balance because a lot of, especially community theater stuff, will rehearse for like 2 or 3 months, and it's like every night of the week, and then you have 10, 15 performances, and that felt really intimidating to me. Being someone who does a lot of like short film stuff, where you're like a weekend and then you're done. So Vanessa had my work slows down with real estate photography in the winter. And then she held the auditions, we started rehearsing, and then we performed, and now we're done.
Wow.
Excuse me, sorry. And yeah, it was a good good experience.
After just having been in her feature film, when did you film that? We're in the year of our Lord 2025. We can debate if it's of our Lord later.
All right.
I bet it was 2023, I think.
Okay, so 2 years ago you shot the movie. It came out like 2 months ago, or it premiered.
Yeah.
Its world premiere at Twin Cities Film
Resounding
Fest.
success.
Kirk had some incisive questions he wanted to ask
Incisive questions.
you
All right,
about
put you on the
your
spot.
character in the movie.
Yes, my very, very major character.
I know it's not. I knew it wasn't a big role going in. So
Yeah, because I'm sorry, but I don't remember your character in the
That
movie.
is okay.
Yeah.
I literally like walk across like the screen like once.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So you started me up to just throw me under the bus.
No, that's all right. I was just a waiter in one of the scenes.
Oh, okay.
Which Vanessa said that she wanted to has a running gag that all the like wait staff is just like constantly like pissed off at people because they've all worked in wait staff, so they just want everyone to kind of be like eye rolly and stuff. So my part was very small, but this is the first time I met Vanessa was auditioning for Silly Little Wounds, and I just feel like I have grown as an actor exponentially since then. And it was just an opportunity to work with her and like people who I feel like you hear in like stories and books where you work with someone and they're like, oh, that person was great, and then like years later they want to work with you again, and it's because of this relationship, but they have to have the first like the improv class or the like you're meeting at an industry mixer or something like that, and then later you finally get to have this like relationship, but you have to start somewhere. So this was a very definitive point of me. The first time I met Vanessa, auditioned for her. And now here we were doing like a whole play and stuff, so that's fun.
Nice, yeah.
when was the next time you saw her after that?
I think she had a class for high emotions acting, which is a really great class. It was like a one-day workshop thing, which was really fun.
So she has auditions, and then she okay.
She's a very busy lady.
No,
Yeah.
and she directs. Like I see, like the in between work that you gotta do to be full time like that.
Wait, do you still want to hear my thoughts on the movie?
Yeah, we do. We
So
we absolutely do.
I felt like it was a little bit too melodramatic. They were
Just gonna come out and say that.
Yeah, so
Too much dramatic.
We've
No,
had
I
her
said-
on the podcast,
yeah,
Kirk.
I can be honest with her. Vanessa's a very good friend. I think I can be honest with her. Like, I mean, there's a lot of dialogue. I didn't think it to be that heavy for dialogue. It should have been a little bit more nuanced, a little bit more subtle.
Are you gonna get her to disagree with you? I'm
Yeah.
really curious where
What
this
did you
is
think of the
going.
movie?
I thought it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I really liked, like, I don't like watch a lot of just like straight dramas for movies. And, you know, small town, like people I don't know, like I didn't go to public high school. So that whole world of like getting back together with people that I went to high school with, I was kind of like, I don't know. But I just thought it was really beautifully done. And I liked how for an ensemble cast, like each person had like a really nice arc, and it felt, I thought it felt really grounded, and the emotions felt really real. I was kind of like watching out for people to like being overacting or stuff like that. And I was just really impressed, and I really liked the score. I liked it. I thought it was beautifully shot and had some really poignant moments. So
Well, my issue was it wasn't the acting. I think they were great actors. So, I mean, it was just mostly the story I didn't connect with that much.
She connected with it. You did.
I
She
didn't.
did. You did not
Yeah.
as much. I associated it with Noah Hawley's first network show on ABC, which was like a 10-year reunion show. And I know like it's death of a teacher they all cared about that brought them back together versus like a 10-year reunion, but kind of feels similar, and then going over silly little old wounds, as is the theme. And any comparison I can make between Noah Hawley, who made Fargo, Alien Earth, and Legion, I think that's
What's the show you were talking about that was on ABC?
I can't remember. It's 10-year reunion or something like that. It came out in the 2010s. It's weird that I remember, because that's like the only thing that's kind of like, give me something similar but different. And I can see where Vanessa was coming from with the logline concept of the movie.
Did you see it?
No.
I was like, you were talking like
yeah, like if
I
you
know.
saw
Like,
it.
I have not seen the movie, Vanessa. I'm going to watch it. I couldn't make it the night it premiered.
Or the other night it premiered?
The other night
there were
was,
two screenings.
I know there was
Both
two
sold
screenings, and they both sold out. It was before 8, okay? Kids, if it's before 8, it's got to be like I worked on it, or it's not flying at home. So I'm sorry, okay? I want to see it. I'm going to watch it with Nick. Nick will watch it too at some point.
I assume the premiere was probably in October, right? Which is why I didn't.
During the Twin Cities Film Festival, was it October? Yeah.
Was it
October.
all
He
that?
was finishing a feature.
Yeah.
I've only read half
That's
of his feature.
Oh, you didn't finish it yet?
I got
Yeah,
all of it
here you
printed
go.
out. I want to do the
There's
back half
half
at
the
once.
battle. Okay.
No, yeah, so that I can put it by the toilet. And
That's where it does. That's where I intended for it to be read. Was
Jeez, on the toilet, on the can.
Yeah. And then I know what you'll do with the pages afterward too.
that would hurt so much. I don't want to do that to myself.
I was thinking you were just like flush
You're just
them.
gonna give
like
me the-
not like use them.
You're gonna give me. Here's my notes. There's no red ink.
Dang, that's harsh. It's so bad. Is that worth wiping my butt with it? Ooh,
Yeah, gosh, that's just
dang.
printer paper sounds horrible. What is your feature about?
High school. Wouldn't you know?
It is high school. It's a Blumhouse horror concept with an A24 treatment.
No.
What qualifies as? I know I'm
How long
familiar with
were you
A24. What's
working
Blumhouse?
Blumhouse, they do they've done a lot of bad stuff lately. Like it's high concept stuff, like the Megan movies.
Oh, okay.
You didn't see it. You don't know it's bad. You might enjoy it.
No, the
People really
concepts,
like Megan,
but
though.
are
Okay.
very. It's high concept.
It's Chucky,
stuff.
but she's a girl.
Yeah,
And it's
or
Terminator.
the killer teddy bear imaginary friend thing that I didn't even
didn't
see,
care
but
for
like
that one.
Yeah.
imagine, So
Okay.
concept is
The Conjuring universe is Blumhouse, if that helps.
no, it's
Okay.
not.
No, it's
It's
not.
not.
Okay.
No.
Oh, what's the same? That's right, because it's Atomic Monster and then Atomic
Yeah, it
Monster.
is, yeah.
So I'm sorry, I'm talking all that stuff.
Yeah, so A24 and Megan. Great. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the concept, on paper, is like a girl is trying to use a Gen AI app to make an avatar of her dead friend.
Okay.
Like she's kind of not a misfit, but like lonely, and like she's
Yeah.
having her other friends, and like summons something. Like the conceit is that AI is like a new way to it's like what you said, give me something the same but different. Like you rewrap stuff, so everyone knows you in horror movies you summon things, like you disturb the gravestone or you disturb the burial ground. So that's like treating AI like a new way to summon
So like a ghost in the machine kind of
yeah.
thing?
Well, and there's the AI ghost that exists in real life, the lady called Loeb. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they have
LOAB.
whatever, yeah. The scary face.
Yeah, like that it just started appearing in images. So I'm piggybacking on that, and no one's. There's been a bunch of AI horror movies, but it's all robot stuff, and nothing this is potentially a way to summon a supernatural thing.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I hate it when people have an idea and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's just like that other thing that has already been existed. Have you seen that thing?" Which I'm about to do to you now.
Oh really?
But I am curious if you have seen Black Mirror, where she loses her husband's and just one husband. She loses her husband, and then but it is more of the robot thing, but it's like an avatar of him.
Oh.
But because it's but I think there's an element of his memories and journals being uploaded to this version, but it's obviously false, so it falls short.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Have you seen this?
I haven't seen. I think I heard about that one.
Okay.
Who do you remember who the actors were in that one?
I know the
who's
husband
that
is a
lady who
redhead,
plays
that's all I know.
Peggy Carter. Is it Peggy Carter, right? Who plays the...
What?
Oh.
Yeah, Haley Atwell?
Haley Atwell.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
Haley Atwell, and it's a more recent Black Mirror.
No, I think it's a few years ago now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. It must be in the past like 3 or 4 batches.
I might be thinking of the one that was like, I think the first episode of the last, whatever the most recent season was, where it was kind of the opposite. It was the wife who, what was it? She had like a terminal illness or something, and the husband was, he was buying into something to like keep her alive, but then it became like a subscription.
Oh yeah,
thing.
that's the
like, well, now you have
one
to,
in the new batch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's why.
I think I made a connection because I remember him being a redhead, and my friend has a very particular type. And when I mentioned Mother, so this ties all the way around.
Wow.
I think this actor is in both this Black Mirror episode and Mother. I think
the Donald Gleason?
I think it's Donald Gleason.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I say that right?
Phenomenal.
Well, it's
He's in Mother. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? He's
He's
one of the sons.
Yeah.
So
he's
he's
one of the sons.
he
Yes.
is the
older son.
dead Avatar husband in the Black Mirror episode. Be Right Back.
Be right back. Okay.
I haven't
I will
seen
look
it.
that up.
Sorry for this couch.
Okay.
Oh
He
yeah.
looks different in everything that you see him in. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't recognize him at first in Mother.
Mother.
And there were so many people who I didn't know were in that.
I didn't. Yeah.
But
Oh,
that's cool.
I can't.
Kristen
yes.
Wiig. Okay.
We've
All
already
right.
talked about this already, as folks know. No, his thing is not like that. I can say kind of definitively. It's more like how you access like you know how like it. Freddy and Jason are like you can't explain them. They're supernatural. So there is a supernatural thing that is being accessed through technology. Fair.
That's the conceit.
That's
but
the conceit.
It goes a little
Yeah,
deeper
so
than
they're
that.
conjuring a spirit by AI. Sort of.
Yeah, it's like treating like AI is like a well, and you put your bucket down the well, and you don't know what you're going to bring back.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's a who's done it sort of, and then
Well, there's stuff where you don't know exactly what's going on. Like there's a mental health thing too, where, like, is it real? You know, is the protagonist a reliable narrator?
That's why he
love those.
and this is your interview, but this is how we connect.
Yeah, I feel
as-
bad, like I'm hijacking.
as
Like,
I
colleague-
asked
as
a question on
colleagues.
purpose, which is on purpose.
We can go along. Tell the affiliates, okay?
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, let the affiliates know.
Well, I mean, I'm senior producer. It could go along if you wanted to. Wow.
No, but he was heads down, so he didn't make it, and I'm glad that you guys have worked together. She directed your short 2 years ago at the local filmmaking festival where you do original work that's under 10 minutes. And your last one, so I listened to your interview again, as I previously mentioned, and it was like right before you had...
Before Still Life?
Dogfather come out.
Oh, okay,
And then
cool.
Dogfather has now come out, and you've gotten to bring it around places. And how is that going for you? How do you feel about any of that?
The bringing it to other festivals didn't go quite as well as I hoped.
Are you kidding me? You guys did very well, didn't you?
I mean, we did like the Edina Film Festival. It won best
Best picture,
film,
though, right?
I think.
Yeah.
For that one. So that was great.
Sure.
But like it didn't get into, it just hasn't got into very many things. And there was one film festival in South Carolina or something called Cucalores, which is for like weird, funny, like genre, just weird stuff. And I thought for sure that'd be like a shoe-in for it. And so did my co-director Tristan. Like we're like, this is the one where it belongs. But it didn't make it in, which is fine.
What is, when you go festival hunting, what is your process like to do that? Because that's something relatable that I think, everyone sitting down here has done that. You probably haven't.
No, not personally, no.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very new to the idea of submitting to film festivals. So with Still Life, I was kind of in charge of all of that. So I just like asked Vanessa, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, how do I do this? And she suggested like play it to your audience. So for that one specifically was like, well, we had like a woman director and like a woman creator or producer.
Yeah.
So feature or like look for festivals that are local, women driven, and like more artsy and stuff. That one also didn't make it into very many festivals, which I was so disappointed with. Which just goes to show you that Z-Fest, the festival you're talking about for local Minnesotans, is like such a weird environment of things that can do really well there, don't do well other places, of things that don't do well in Z-Fest do great other places. So But mostly it's just kind of low entry fee places that I would want to travel to or could travel to easily, align with the film vibes. Cucaloris was just told to me by the guy who made the Frolf mockumentary.
That sort of sounds familiar. I haven't seen it.
It was quite funny.
Okay. Where'd you see it? This is a local guy?
It was at the Twin Cities Film Festival Shorts Showcase.
Okay.
We talked online and he told me about it. It just sounded like a really fun festival, so I just wanted to submit for that one. So
I think that's
otherwise, I'm
way.
like pretty unbiased on festivals I submit to.
No, I think that's a great thing to say to folks is that like, yeah, I talked to somebody and they told me to enter that festival, and I don't know why really anyone wouldn't do it that way. And then like, kind of the thing I've been looking for is like, who do I already know there that I can ask, what is the best way and should I? Should I? Tell me if I shouldn't, because I won't. And we all want to transact with each other as effectively as possible. Big blue sky. Where is it? Like, I'm gonna couch this question. Where are you trying to get to? Where are you going? The Farx brothers, we're trying to like level up in terms of like, we don't care about the shorts we're making in terms of like, we will make a short to like keep the game fresh. Is that a fair way to say it? Keep the game fresh. That's all. But like, we want to make a feature that we can make with no investment from anyone else as a way to prove like, okay, here we go. We were doing that with like a shorts feature. Yeah. We've got a shorts pilot that's 35 minutes that we feel great about. We don't want to keep going that direction. So like, I should have prepped you with this, but like, where does Alex Rumsey want to be in 5 years from now? And that's a very corporate way to ask the question.
No, I don't know. I'm not exactly sure. I think it seems to be me that between people I've talked to and books I've read and podcasts and all that jazz, it's like you can have goals, but it's really what are you doing on a daily, weekly basis? Like, who are you hanging out with? Who are you creating with? And it's people who create together, all kind of like cliche of like all ships rise with the tide sort of idea. So I just want to keep creating, but being slightly more selective about what projects I'm working with. It's nice to get paid for things. That's great. I would love to be able to do more commercial work. I want to dabble in voiceover stuff. I have a couple of short films that I want to make just for passion projects because they're important to me.
In what way are they important to you? Because I wonder what that feels like sometimes.
Well, one of them specifically is about domestic violence. I want to just be able to like talk about that more, especially like domestic violence that isn't super physical, because that's what people like point to and use in movies all the time. It's like the person with a black eye or the drunk who pushes you down the stairs. And it's not about like men who drink too much and having a black eye. Like it can have so many different levels. So I want to explore what that looks like from a more psychological perspective of emotional abuse, and then also like sexual abuse and stuff like that. So that one's really important to me. I think you commented on the last podcast I did where I was talking to Nick about needing like a one of those studios where you can like project a background for the car scene, where I want to have like the camera come out of the window and like go wrap around and go back into the car and like the other thing. So I just need like high production value on this idea that I have.
I commented this?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I mean, or you texted me or something.
Oh.
You're like, that thing you talked about, that would be that. And I was like,
the
yes,
LED wall, one of those.
Yeah. CNN studio.
Either that or have a car on a trailer with a rig.
Oh, yeah.
Like one of those cool things.
Yeah.
Like I can see it very clearly in my brain, but it requires lots of money and like people and stuff.
Cheaper and easier in the studio, because then you have to find the highway you can pull the camera along, the camera car on.
Yeah.
It'll look cooler if you shoot it on film too. Like, you know.
Sure. Yeah, why not?
Go WB, commit 9-figure larceny, and get your movie to mostly make its money overseas.
Yeah, I probably have to get like a permit so like we don't get pulled over for having someone standing on a trailer like doing this thing, you know. Anyways.
Or just not get cut.
Yeah.
I can't operate in that way. I have to have permission before I do things.
You should always have insurance, is what some guests would say. And am not going to publicly disagree with them on that, anything like that.
Yeah. Anyways, I don't know where I want to be in 5 years. Like, I don't want to move to Georgia or LA. Should try and get a agent in Chicago so I can at least like slightly expand my bubble. But I like acting. I feel like I've been putting a lot of work into it. I like creating with people. I think I'm discovering that I don't like being on the production side or I don't like producing, like being in charge of making sure everything happens. But
I
said
said that last time.
I know, but I keep doing it. But a new project.
You keep producing?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna I produced Dogfather and produced Still Life and
you're gonna be producing something.
I'm like half producing something new. But I found Ella Thompson, who's a delightful human being, wonderful creator, where I went to her and I was like, I have an idea. Can you help me develop it? I'm gonna walk with you through the creative process, and then I will take my hands off, and you'll do production, and I will just act. So that feels like a really good like balance right now that we're still in the production side of things. But so I'm trying to figure out how to delegate better and still have ideas, but not be responsible for making it happen.
You will always be responsible.
Yeah.
You are always in the business of security. Everyone is in sales. Everyone is always in the business of security. I actually believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full-heartedly.
I get paid to say it, but I also believe that.
Okay.
What is this thing that can you tell us is this a short film that you and Ella are making?
It is a short film.
Okay.
I want to, I like using Z-Fest as a deadline, just as a goal.
Hell yeah.
But I don't want to, Z-Fest is not the end all be all, even though it has its lovely points.
You know you're going to get screened. You're paying to get screened locally if you work with folks locally.
And it's such a nice community of everyone, like, the awards, like, cheering for each other and, like, people are going to watch it.
I cannot stand the cheering. The cheering needs to stop. Stop cheering so much. What is wrong with you?
Everyone
it is not a football game.
Everyone's like encourage each other.
It's fake.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but
okay, I'm sorry, but that I'm being genuine. If you want to cheer, sing your own kind of music.
That's fair. I understand what you're saying about like if you're doing it for everyone, then does it really lose its like meaning? If
you're doing it for everyone, does it lose its meaning? The project?
Everyone clapping for everyone.
Oh yeah. That isn't that's the participation award thing that people don't. I think there is a worthiness in handing out awards to like if it's like if all like a bunch of lighting technicians got together. Like the reason people like the Oscars is because it's an industry voting on itself.
Yeah.
I mean, is it any different than the auto industry handing out the Daimler Chrysler Award for best car this year? Oh, it goes to a Chrysler, wouldn't you have it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of the same thing, but it keeps people engaged. And if that part changes, it'd be interesting to see how it affects the whole. And I'm not saying anything's going to change.
Oh, like if we don't have the awards, then how many people are going to like show up and do the thing?
Maybe a little bit.
Wait, like, I don't the awards are going away?
I didn't say that.
Oh. Well.
No, I don't think the awards are going anywhere.
No, they're going to do awards. They just might change in some way. They've gotten shorter, which has been great. So,
yeah, everyone be like, next. The first time I showed up with Surrogate was like, that was my first time participating with Z-Fest at all, and holy crap, the award ceremony was so long.
Oh, yeah. That's why, the certain groups that are our elders trained us the way to come up was figure out how to, like, last the night with drinks and make it fun for your table, and that's the only way
snacks.
To get through. Yes.
We need to have a bingo game.
You had a bingo game?
No, we need to have a bingo game.
Oh, there should be something good came out of your interview.
Yes.
Somebody needs to we need to get together and...
Z-Fest Awards bingo.
And Damien can have no connection to it so that he is not liable.
Yeah.
No. Something like wardrobe malfunction, someone's acceptance speech going for like plus 5 minutes.
Oh, God.
Heckling the DJ or... the host.
Were you there? You weren't there the year Kirk got. Kirk didn't. I don't want to say what Kirk did at the restaurant that served liquor before we went to the show. Wasn't it 3 couples and Kirk? It was 7 people.
7 people. Honestly, when I ordered, I thought it was like a taste test. And they brought out 5
You thought it was
shots.
like a beer flight thing.
Yeah.
But it was actually beer flight size.
Yes. Like, whoa. All right. I thought I was doing
you're just like,
taste
we're having
test.
like a tiny little like bit of it.
Like 5 of them. Jeez.
I mean, 5 flights, like a flight of 5, if they're like little like 4 ounces, that's like, that's not that much more than a normal beer, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. That's where I learned my limit. 5 shots.
And Benny's dad got scared because he called you Asian Pee Wee Herman. What
I called him out on it.
When we left for Georgia, we called it the Asian Pee Wee Herman going away party.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so
And
he
I'm
called
back.
his agent the next day. He was like, "Am I gonna get in trouble? Am I gonna get canceled?" But
Did he really?
That is true.
Oh, really?
It doesn't matter that I said this true thing because the person who may or may not have told me didn't tell me. Doesn't work there anymore. So web series.
Yes.
You just worked on. We'll end on web series.
Oh, sorry. Toy the wrong direction.
What's say the dog's name on camera, please?
Gavroche.
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 Yep, Gavroche.
Sounds like Gavin Ross.
Sure.
Isn't that a famous
That helps
person?
you.
It was Gavin Ross Dale.
Is that a famous person?
He was the
Killer?
No,
Three
he was,
names.
no, he was
Oh.
the guy from Bush, the band, the kind of shitty '90s band.
Okay.
And then he was Gwen Stefani's husband for a bit, and then I think
That's
he
what it was.
cheated on her.
Gavroche.
And now that's...
So it's kind of like
Has nothing
Gwen
to do.
Stefani and this is Gavroche.
Yes, just like that.
That's how your
Alright.
dynamic works to me.
Great.
What was your how did this start for you directing we'll call it the pilot of this web series?
Because
Gotta make this worth this for JK because this is an ancillary product of JK. Sorry, go
We
ahead.
gotta make it for ourselves all the time.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure it was just you emailing me and saying, "Can you direct
Yeah.
an episode of Paprika?" And I was like, I think you said we're making it into a mini web series, and I was like, I don't think I'm skilled enough for that. And you're like, that's okay.
I didn't say that's okay. I disagree with you. Would you agree that I disagreed?
I'd have to go back to the emails, but
Okay.
yeah, something around that realm of no, I mean, I think we're all new in this experiment, and we want to give people the opportunity to grow in their skills just like we are, and it was something like that.
Ugh. I mean that in a way, but that sounds very corporate-y. I don't even think I came up with that. I think that was just off the dome too. Ugh. I mean that though, because it's I do think there's people who can do jobs and people who have done jobs before, and sometimes those are the same, and you can get this wrong, and I've gotten it wrong many times before. I don't feel I was wrong about you, so that's nice,
Great.
And you should feel validated already because you've been Dogfather, as something you co-directed, did well, and you came up with a film concept the year before that also did well. I don't know, and I wouldn't go by what gets in the festivals. That's a fool's errand.
I feel extraordinarily proud of Still Life and Dogfather, and I feel very excited about the new project I'm working on. But I did realize with Paprika it is very different to direct or produce a thing that I've conceptualized versus coming onto a project that you guys had the script, you had the actors, you had stuff, and I was just not just, but I mostly on the day and the day before, and I think I enjoy having a larger level of creative input. Not that I couldn't have done it with you guys, but I just didn't think to have a greater input earlier. I don't know. So it's just a good learning process. So, yeah.
One of the things about getting in the ring is getting used to punches coming at you. And then you have to think to throw punches back. I thought about that today when I had punches thrown at me.
Are you doing boxing?
Just today? Have you been doing boxing for a while?
Oh, I think about it every time.
Oh.
It's kind of sometimes I still get nervous for shows. And it's thank God. I'm glad I care this much,
Nice,
Not
yeah.
this show, but the ones I get paid for. Which soon, almost 2 years, baby, so it's coming. It's coming. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it sounds like you don't care about the show that much.
No, I'm saying that level of income does dictate the.
It helps.
Yeah.
Keeping the wall instead of throwing it through.
This is queuing you up for your.
Last question of the night.
Yeah.
Well, we always ask our guests who should we reach out to be on the podcast.
I kind of think you should talk to Ella Thompson.
Ella Thompson, no.
Ella, you gotta come on.
Delightful. And she's a great like young filmmaker who has like really, she's just like working so hard. And I feel like anyone who goes to MCTC, which I know there are other good film programs out there, but I feel like everyone who comes out of MCTC is just like so professional and is like already working in the industry and doing great stuff. So
Ella Thompson, yeah.
She did bring on a bunch of other folks that went, and there was like connection points between other people who had brought other people on, and it's like they're all kind of, there was a bunch of people who were like below the age of 25.
Yeah.
There was like one person who was between 25 and 30, I think, in the crew that wasn't us, and you know, I loved it.
I mean, yeah, Ella's young, but there's no problem with that. And I was trying to think of someone else. Who else would be a good person to bring on?
We were already planning to bring Ella on at some point.
Great. Well, then, double endorsement. I actually think it would be really interesting if you talk to Vanessa again, specifically about Mother, because she said it's one of her favorite films.
Oh, really?
And she has a really different interpretation of what my thoughts are.
Oh, shoot. Did you prep with her for this?
We had like a 2-minute conversation about it. So
Is she in your crew? Are you in her crew? Because you're not. She's not in your crew. You got to be in her crew. It's like that's how the gangs work. We're all in silos. If we're gonna be in silos and gangs,
so many people have their like you said, your crew, your people that you work with all the time. You know you don't have to pay them. You know they're gonna like just be because you want to hang out with them anyway. So you just might as well like create something while you're doing it. I think if we can make this into like rings, I'm on like the second or third ring of Vanessa's orbit.
oh,
Which if I auditioned for her for a Silly Balloons, I was probably on like the 6th ring, you know? And not like I don't want to like over like insert myself, but I feel like the tipping point for my brain was when she asked me to work on the 72-hour project last year. As one of the
Nick edited that.
yes,
oh, that one.
Live. You
That's right.
Live.
Yeah.
That was so fascinating. You're like in the sunroom, like it's just like that was crazy.
Forgot about that.
No, he's pretty much like that South Park character all day. What? Sorry, what were you?
Oh, I just forgot that was. I guess that seemed longer ago, or not as so long. I don't
But it
know.
would have just been like just.
It was just a year ago.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Was it in the?
It was in
December or-
November.
Yeah,
I think it was
okay, so,
November.
like, almost
It
exactly
was
a
like
year ago.
exactly.
It was a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was kind of the tipping point of being like, oh, like Vanessa, if she has a project, like I come up in her brain as someone that she might want to work with, versus like just an open casting call.
I just want to call myself out. Earlier when I said your second interaction with her, I thought you were going to say on the surrogate set, and I was like, it didn't work out that way for me.
Oh,
Because you had just auditioned for her.
do you know what that would have? Yes, that would have been the second thing. You're right. I forgot that she was.
Win the podcast!
Yeah, you're probably right. That would have been when I worked with her again.
This is why she's so good. She says I'm right sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
This whole show is just to prove Kyle right all the time.
Yeah, that's what it does.
Yeah.
What?
Did you say broken cow?
No, this podcast is just to prove Kyle right.
I prefer her interpretation. This is just a broken cow.
Yes, a broken cow can be right twice a day.
That's great. Well, thank you, Alex, for joining us. And audience, thank you for listening. I'll catch you on our next debate. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening. For more JK Productions, find us on Instagram at JK Productions Team and on Facebook, JK Productions MN. Join us next time for another debate.